Live in the D is all about experiencing our community, not just the places, but the people who make it strong and vibrant.
So we want to shine a light on some of those people.
And today, we are starting off with Melissa Butler, a CEO making our city more vibrant in more ways than one. She is the CEO of the Lip Bar in Detroit. I have on one of their lippies right now. She created products that are vegan, non-toxic, and flatter a variety of skin tones.
Butler was rejected by Shark Tank, but now her products are in Target stores across the country.
Isn't that great? Because I mean,
so she didn't have to do the deal with a shark and still ended up in Target anyway.
What are you talking about? They destroyed her on there, rejected her terribly, and she is definitely the poster child for a comeback kid. So what you may not know about her is she worked on Wall Street before becoming disenchanted and quitting to launch the Lip Bar. She started mixing these products up in her kitchen.
Her flagship store is in Parker's Alley, downtown Detroit, but of course you can purchase her products and get tutorials online.
That's right, and Target.
I'm telling you, some people, I mean, they're just, they have a brilliance. I mean, and a lot of them go into the stock market and investing and stuff like that, become disillusioned, and then do something else.
Yeah, and it's usually something creative and business-minded at the same time.
All right, there is Jessica Care Moore. Yes. She is a poet, playwright, performer, and publisher.
That's right, and she is internationally renowned for her work. She is also, the person who puts together Black Women Rock every year, which is a great show that features Black women who perform and make rock music. It changed my life the first time that I went. She's also the founder of the Jessica Care Moore Foundation, which fights illiteracy.
And with this being the first day of spring, the season of bike rides, we want to showcase Lisa Nuzkowski.
Yes, she says that she is a biking enthusiast. Calling herself a biking enthusiast is an understatement. She is founder and executive director of the MoGo Detroit Bike Share program, making biking around the D more accessible and easier for everyone. What you may not know about Lisa is she won a hula hoop contest, ran a 150-mile, 7-day race across the desert and finished. And she's a movie buff who tries to watch all the Oscar-nominated movies each year. Now, take a look at what makes Detroit home for her.
I'm Lisa Nuzkowski, and this is My Detroit. So people may know me for kind of an interesting reason. If you've ever seen the red-orange MoGo bikes riding around town, I'm the founder and executive director of that program, and I'm really proud to have put those bikes on the streets and helped it make it easier for people to get around the city and see the things that they would like to see. But we're here today checking out some of the places that really make Detroit home for me. And so we're standing on the top of the hill at the foot of the DeQuinder Cut at the Riverwalk. I live in Lafayette Park, and so I'm on the Riverwalk and the DeQuinder Cut at least 3 or 4 times a week, whether I'm running, whether I'm riding a bike. My favorite thing to do is in the morning when I'm taking a run, to come up here on top of the hill and watch the sunrise over the city. So when I'm up here, it's like a little respite in the city. You're still in the heart of Detroit, but you're close to nature, you're close to the water, and it's just a really beautiful place to stop and reflect. So this is one of my favorite places to take a photo in the city. Whether you're looking east towards Belle Isle or you're looking west towards the Ambassador Bridge, it's hard not to get a good shot of how beautiful Detroit is. So now we're here at Taqueria Lupita's, which is one of my favorite restaurants. Taqueria Lupita is located in Southwest Detroit, which has historically been a Hispanic neighborhood for many, many years in the city. And this restaurant is just one wonderful example of the rich cultural heritage that exists in this neighborhood. It is a taqueria, an authentic Mexican restaurant, and this was one of the first neighborhoods that I got to know when I moved to the city 15 years ago. And so come here on a regular basis. This is one of my favorite things about Taqueria Lupita's, are the delicious chips and salsas that you get. And I'm a vegetarian, so the veggie tacos, beans and rice are usually what I get, but there are so many great, wonderful, authentic dishes on the menu that there's a little something for everybody here. And then when I really like to treat myself, I'll go next door to La Gloria, which is a fantastic Mexican bakery that's just 2 doors down, and treat myself to a little sweet there too. One of the other places that makes Detroit truly home for me is Baker's Keyboard Lounge. Now, I am a huge jazz fan, and you can't be a fan of jazz and be living in Detroit and not having been gone to Baker's. A couple of my friends, dear friends, are jazz musicians, and so they took me to Baker's for the first time several years ago. And since then, I've been hooked. It's such a great place to see live music, not only great talent from here in Detroit, but from throughout the world. And when you walk through the doors, you're just struck by the history of musicians that have come through these doors over the years to play great jazz music. So I think it's such a wonderful spot to go, hang out, listen to good music, and hang out with fellow Detroiters. So what I love about jazz is I love it that it's many different people coming together with different styles, different takes on the music, but it all blends together. So I think it's a lot like a city in a lot of ways, where you've got people coming from all sorts of backgrounds coming together, but living in one place and making the city a unique place. And so I think that Detroit is a lot like jazz for me in that way.
And to find out about more interesting people making a difference in Detroit, check out the website of our sponsors, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, by going to chevydetroit.com/in the D.